Well, I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. Welcome to Working on the Railroad, Episode 3. My name is Chris Cobb, and I'm a writer and a pastor and a model railroader. I'm building an HO scale model train layout in my basement. These videos will trace the development of that layout. I'll be sharing what I did right, what I did wrong, and also words of encouragement for those who might be interested in getting into model railroading but don't really know how to start. First, a little bit of background. When I was about 8, my dad built an HO train table for me, and I was absolutely bitten by the model railroading bug. Unfortunately, when we moved to a smaller house, the train table could not come with us. I still love trains, and I was fascinated by model railroading, but there were no opportunities to pursue the hobby until around 1990. At that time, I built an HO layout in my basement on a 4x8 sheet of plywood, and it was wired for cab control. It used a KD coupler and uncoupling system. Several years later, however, we moved and I entered Westminster Theological Seminary to pursue a master's degree, and obviously my time priorities had to shift. The trains, the buildings, the scenery material, all of that was packed away, and eventually the train table had to be discarded. Since graduating from seminary, I've spent the last 22 years very busy at my current church. Though I'm not yet retired, I am well into retirement age, and I'm beginning to think very seriously about it. We love our current home, we love our current church. We're not likely to move again, which is very helpful if you're thinking about building an HO train set. In February of 2024, my wife, knowing how much I love trains, encouraged me to resume the hobby, and so here we are. In Working on the Railroad, Episode 1, you'll see various stages of construction of the train table and of laying the track initially. Episode 1 takes us through May 2024. In Episode 2, I've skipped ahead, and you'll see the layout as it currently appears in January of 2025. I received an absolutely awesome pair of Bachmann steam locomotives for Christmas, a pair of 060s, complete with sound and an internal stay-alive circuit. They excel at smooth, slow-speed operation, which is very helpful for switching operations and for building consists. And I was so excited about them, I just had to show them off. And so Episode 2 is out of order, if you will. In Episode 3, this episode, we're going back to May 2024 to observe the layout in its various stages of development. Why don't you follow me down to the basement and we'll take a look at it. Okay, this is the Denver and Rio Grande West Railroad, which of course means it has to have a mountain. And so here's a mountain. We're going to look at how this mountain was created in the rest of this film. First step was to create a rough shape for the mountain using chicken wire. Once I had bent the chicken wire into the shape of the structure that I wanted, I dipped paper towels into a paste made from hydrocal using the instructions on the carton and draped them over the chicken wire frame. Marklin of Sweden, who has excellent YouTube videos, also uses toilet paper to do this. And that's also something I've used, and it works quite well. When I have the structure covered, in order to eliminate the kind of the strange surface texture, made by the paper towels, I'll paint it over it with a light coat of hydrocal just directly applied to give it a smooth surface.